Welcome, everybody. Welcome to Warped Season 2, episode number 23. We will be using mature language. Prepare yourselves however you want to do that. Welcome to the show. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. It's been a little while. We had a few issues happen, and we had to end the show a bit early. Plus, last week I got screwed by a power outage and internet outage. And I was not happy, to say the least, but we're here. We're here. We're ready to continue on. -1 Zagonicus, who will not be joining us today. He's not feeling great, so he'll be hopping back in for, I think, 7th Eon tomorrow and Nameless Ones on Monday. Hooray, which you guys saw a little bit of the trailer for. And, yeah, welcome to the stream, everybody. Let's go around the room. Let's do some introductions for our players and any announcements that they may have before we get started. Let's start with Mr. Iron Chef Bobby Flair.
What's up, guys? I'm Bobby, streamer on Twitch, Iron Chef Bobby Flail. I'm addicted to Vermintide 2. I'm going to be playing more of it tonight and tomorrow, and then the next day, and then the next day, and then the next day, and then, well, you get the picture. I was going to say Tuvok. I play Vok 2, the Predator alien, who's
now we know
stealthy guy.
Where you got your
What's
name
that?
from.
Yeah, I know. I'm probably going to call him Tuvok at some point, but
You
I also
just
have a
did.
dog that's trying to
Literally
eat my
just
chocolate
did.
chip muffin. So
As long as it's not two Vicks, because
that episode was amazing, but Tuvix was actually nightmare fuel. Yeah, I'm Bobby. Let's play.
Speaking of nightmare fuel, Fuzzy. No, that's horrible. What is that? That's not okay.
Well,
Not
I mean,
nightmare
you know.
fuel.
no, I am.
Accurate,
Let's face it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fucking accurate. Hello, I'm Fuzzy Freaks. How are you? Welcome. Yeah, I've been playing a lot of Stalker. And I play Betty. She's right, my lover. She's basically that, and sexual harassment on two legs. Just a walking harassment claim. You know, she's the HR nightmare to end all HR nightmares. Yeah, and I've been playing Stalker a lot. Also tried out Surviving Mars, but wasn't really feeling it. Gave it like 2 days, and it's just I don't know, man. I don't know.
Hold me back.
Look, I know, Peachy. I know. I wanted to like it. I really did, but it's just I don't know. It's not you, Paradox. It's me. I know. I just can't get into City Skylines either. I played it a bit, and it was just like, oof.
City Skylines also a great game.
I know. It's just.
I need to reevaluate a few things in my life.
Yeah, and hang on, there's a dog about to bark loudly, because there's a man here with some Chinese food for us. So what am I going on? Oh yeah, tomorrow I'm probably going to be doing a subathon that I've delayed for 2 weeks. But yeah, that's me. Hi. Next.
Speaking of next, Simply.
Hello, I'm Next. I'm Simply Jackson, writer, podcaster, video art, games, etc. Played Sea of Thieves last night. Be doing an art stream tomorrow. All the craziness. I play 7H1CC or Thiek, our robot, or android, if I should say that right, android, with a curiosity for hiding, thieving, and puzzles, and not very good at combat, or flying, or navigating, or social occurrences. That's about it.
Very good at furniture, though. Very, very good at furniture.
Trash pile. Very good at table. Very good at those.
Strong table game.
Very good at
Have
smashing
you-
nitro
have you-
buttons.
Yeah. Have you considered disguising yourself as a green wheelie bin?
What's a green wheelie bin?
Oh,
It's
it's
a British standard.
yeah.
I would assume it's
the
just like a
garbage.
giant garbage thing with the
Not
wheels.
giant. They're kind of like, chest high on me and with the flip up lid and the two.
They have flip up lids? Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
The garbage
Hello,
cans with the
I
two
am a
wheels
garbage
on
can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hello.
Also, my dog is
Wheelie bin.
being extremely needy right now, so I'm gonna keep myself muted a lot because he is doing the whimpering thing. So
Needy dog, needy dog.
Speaking of needy dogs, Peachy.
I'm fucking sorry, what?
I don't know. She said it.
I'm PhD Pixelate. I have been playing Surviving Mars because it is crack. It is amazing. Paradox, once again, after City Skylines, which is another amazing game, has knocked it out of the park with their publishing choices. It's very good. It's very good. I think you can tell if you're going to like it if you watch it. You watch it and you know straight away if that's your game or not, I think. Definitely. Who do I play?
Don't help
The
him.
Muscle. No, wait, that's the character that the character's playing. Dr. Dick Icarus. Science. I remember the voice. Yes. Science. I've got no jokes. My sex life.
Why is that different from normal?
What's new? Yeah.
I was making a joke. Give me a second. God damn it, Brad.
Brad.
This is where I'd use my soundboard, but I can't. I have Brad on my soundboard that just says hello, and I've had so
Hello.
many delightful conversations with him.
Hello.
So many.
Hello.
Hello?
I'm done. I'm done here. We're
Okay,
done.
good.
We're done here.
That's fine. Hey everybody, I'm Wax Steven. I am the GM of Doom. I'll be dragging these guys kicking and screaming through the adventure today. We will see what happens. I'm curious myself because I don't even really know what's happening right now. But if you guys like what I do here, you can follow me twitch.tv/WaxSteven and at WaxSteven on Twitter. And on tomorrow, we've got Table Story the 7th Eon. It's going to be taking place here at 2 p.m. Eastern. Please remember that Daylight Savings Time takes effect tomorrow for all the Americas people. So for the Euros out there, things are going to be an hour earlier, I believe, because we're springing forward.
Forgot all about that.
That's why I'm reminding people, because I knew everyone would forget. So I've been doing my best to try to remind everybody that tomorrow's Daylight Savings Time. I feel like it's early too. Like, isn't it normally later? I don't know. I feel like this whole like regular time part of the year seemed way shorter than normal. But yeah, Daylight Savings Time
That's
tomorrow.
just age. Everything seems to go faster when you're
Yeah,
young.
exactly. It's just I'm just that old. Everything is just fast now.
Just think how fast life is going past for me, Wag.
Oh yeah, yeah. Does make me feel a little bit better. And Peachy's just like a little bit older than me, so that also helps.
This is making me feel real good. Then.
Yeah.
I'm feeling great.
Go down, kids! Go for it!
Where about? I
Bobby,
feel
you're the
fucking
youngest one here, I think.
That kind of blows my mind. I think I might be.
Wait,
You're also the tallest one here.
Yes.
Yeah.
wait, how old are you, Bobby?
29. 29.
Oh, he looks it, doesn't he?
I look about 40.
I can't wait till you shave the beard, Bobby, and
One day I'll go back to.
Oh my
fucking
God.
young
go,
lad.
go with
do it.
the mustache. Do the mustache again.
I'm good. Well, I'll rock the mustache probably for a few streams.
Yeah.
And
I
not,
shaved
not
once.
leave my
I
house.
looked like I was 12. Never again.
I don't think you even.
Dude, you rock that mustache though, Bobby.
I did.
Trust
Yeah.
me.
It was pretty dope.
That's
I gotta say.
you can pull it off. You can do it. Not many people can rock a mustache, but you, my friend, you can rock a
Bobby's not allowed
mustache.
to shave.
Yeah.
Not allowed to shave.
But yeah, so if you guys want to check that out, tomorrow, 2 p.m. Eastern is 7th Eon. And then Monday, I'm going to be over at Brad Wodo's channel for Table Stories' new show, The Nameless Ones. It's going to be a dark fantasy, demon-y kind of setting. It's going to be good stuff. And we are using the OLD system, which is kind of in the same wheelhouse as this system here that we use, which is n.e.w. If you guys are curious about either system, you can head on over to woinrpg.com to find out all the information there about the systems. There's 3 that make up the whole What's Old is New system, specifically starting with the OLD system, which is what we're using on Monday. It's kind of the fantasy, kind of earlier stuff. I'd say like Renaissance and before is OLD. And then n.e.w is kind of like sort of, I guess, a little bit after the Renaissance, focusing maybe a little bit from into our future. And then n.e.w is what we're playing on this show, and that's kind of sci-fi and space opera type stuff into the future. So whatever your level of technology that you want to play, there is a system for you there. So check it out, see what it is, and I have to recommend it. It's a lot of fun. We are sponsored by Morris, the creator of What's Old is New system. But I wouldn't honestly be an advocate for it if I didn't like it. It's good stuff, especially if you're leaning towards making campaigns that are sort of sandboxy in nature. I think it very much lends itself to that kind of setup. So you should check it out. But let's get started here with our campaign today. Today we've been in a strange situation. The characters have interacted with a new alien race by the name of the Pirilp. The chat-created race, by the way. They're an interesting bunch. Yeah, some on a very personal, intimate level. I guess not even that personal, more just
Any
intimate.
orifice is a goal, okay?
Okay, sure. So yes, they've met up with this race of strange creatures that look at life and the way that their economy needs to function a little bit differently than most people. They've got an interesting setup called the Spectacle. It happens to be a sort of entertainment for their race where their economy is closely tied into it. Everyone participates in the Spectacle at one point or another to earn various credits to use on all different kinds of things and interact with the Spectacle in further ways. There are sort of like channels where you can watch all different kinds of content, and participating in it in a very interesting and sort of deep way nets you more points and credits at the end of your experience. There's all different kinds of entertainment packages, battle royales, murder mysteries. The one that we're doing in particular this time happens to be a sort of noir cyberpunk kind of mystery. But it's not just that, because we've met a few new people that have interacted in this setting, and they have participated in a romance genre. And there's a few others that are going on here as well. But the main gist of the story seems to be a sort of cyberpunk noir setting. The characters have been participating in it, and Ilya, Zagoticus's character, Thick, and Dr. Icarus have been taking on the main leading roles of the sort of detectives in this noir sort of environment. Ilya has taken the lead detective role, Thick the plucky sidekick, and Dr. Icarus, of course, as his science is the most important thing in his life, has injected himself with steroids to become the muscle. No, wait. He just claimed to be the muscle by putting on a wife beater.
I was put into this role, and I will fulfill this role to the best of my ability.
Sure. Meanwhile, Bobby's character, Vok 2, is an assassin. Hunted down one of his long-term enemies in a fight that ended with Betty stealing the kill from him. When this information is imparted unto the rest of his race, it is very possible that Vok 2 will be forever a laughingstock.
We'll never know. Never.
Forever and ever and ever.
It's not gonna happen.
They'll never know. It's not. It's not like it was recorded.
I got the head. I took the head of the dude, crystal head. So
Sure.
we're good. It was me. I did all the work.
In the last episode, the characters learned a little bit more about Betty's love interest, a person by the name of Molly. Molly is the sister to one of the primary murder suspects in this adventure that's happened so far. They found out that Molly is, in fact, one of the members of the Pirilp race itself. She explained several of the, I guess, intricacies of the spectacle system as it is, and they learned a bit more about it. and Molly was told by the others about this murder that took place, and that her sister was a possible suspect, a main suspect, as she was seen fleeing from the crime. Molly took a look at the playback on Ilya's datapad of this crime and saw the victim, seeming to exclaim that she knew this person or had some kind of interaction or something, as she took a vested interest in the playback. And that's where we're going to start the session today. Molly's holding up the datapad and she says, "Son of a bitch," with her eyes wide open. She sort of puts a hand to her chest, breathing heavily. She says, I know that person. That was one of our friends in the slave pit. They helped us escape.
In the what pit?
The slave
What do you
pit.
mean? Yeah, slaves. She said slaves, right?
Slave pits. You're from the slave pits.
They call them that. They're not really pits. They're
Then
But
why
they are
called
slaves.
Pits.
It sounds more dramatic. I don't know. I didn't write the story, but that's where my character's from. That person there.
Now who's breaking character?
That person there was one of our liberators, I guess. When we escaped, she says, "I'm sorry. I'm having a difficult time trying to stay in character for this with all that's going on right now. I'm going to lose some style points if I don't try to ham it up a little bit, okay?"
What are these style points? You keep speaking of these style points, but
And she says, she kind of like looks at you and like shakes her head. And she says, I know this person. This is Drivat. And she says, Drivat was one of, like I said, one of our liberators. They took some sacrifices to get us out of the slave pit. Drivat lost an arm. That one, and she points to the datapad, is artificial. Cyberware.
well, that's an upgrade.
I'm sure Drivat did not see it that way at the time.
He's not wrong. It is an upgrade.
They can be really upgraded, if you know what I mean. Oh, yeah. Do you know what a stranger is?
No.
Is that a brand of cybernetics?
What? No, it's when you... Never mind.
Look,
So-
right. Stay in character, get your style points. How about if I interrogate you, and then you tell us what we need to know?
I think that is a good idea, Dr. Icarus. You are
Right.
supposed to be the muscle, so it makes sense.
I smack her across the face.
Does Dr. Dick have any of the fingers still sitting in his lap or anything like that? Or I took them all back, I think. Yeah. But does he have like does he have any like stains on him from
Sure.
the nest?
He's wearing a wife beater. He's got probably a few blood stains. I mean, there's debris. He's probably turned his wife beater like it's like half John McClane right now. It's like half Die Hard.
It's probably not even blood. He just took ketchup out of my trash bin and was like,
I've got to look the part thick.
What are the
What is
chances
this?
that when
Mustard?
Yeah. What are the chances that when he's cleaning out the side of his chair, he's going to find a stray finger down there? You know, biscuit crumbs, spare change, finger.
So, Dr. Icarus, give me a strength check plus brawling if you've got it, or intimidation.
Do I have brawling? Let me see. Oh, look at that. No, I don't. I don't think I've got intimidation. Right? I don't have that. Here we go. Strength. An 8.
An 8, a powerful roll for Peachy. Yeah, you just kind of lightly slap her across the face, like.
Now, see, Tut, you tell us what we gotta hear, because otherwise I'll set the boys on you, see? Ha!
I look around. Do I see any of the boys?
No, they kind of they've collected. They collected.
I think it means my boys that I'm gonna set on.
Oh yeah.
I've never heard that turn of phrase before, so I'm curious. I'm checking my surroundings.
Yeah, there's nobody around.
Okay.
Now then, there's no need for you to get violent. I'm sure she'll tell us what she needs to know. I'm sure I can make it worth her while.
So you want the style points, correct?
Betty, this is an interrogation, okay?
This is not an interrogation. This is an interrogation.
Good
and
cop,
I'm gonna
sexy. Wait, no, bad cop, sexy.
shoot out my hand and I'm gonna grab her around the neck and pick her up.
Wait.
I'm the muscle here.
Right.
Give me a strength check, please, Vok 2.
Do you
And
want
if you
press brawling or intimidate?
yeah, you can give me either one of those,
Okay.
but not both.
I'm the only one who gets to do any joking around here. Do you mind?
18.
I
18.
quickly try to grab onto her legs as he pulls her up.
Oh my god. I'll lift you up with her.
Yeah, so
Probably not with that,
you
bro.
probably pick her up. She's like,
Now. Tell
Dr.
me
Icarus
what it is
has
you
one of
know.
her feet, like, just has it grabbed.
I'm the muscle.
And I
Oh, no.
get like uncomfortably close
You
too.
definitely can't grab her like this. I feel like you just have her ankle or something with one hand.
Frailly, just kind of barely grabbed on.
And I'm tugging.
Yeah, no, I got her lifted up like eye level, so her feet. How tall is Molly?
How tall do you think Molly is, Betty? How tall? What do you have in your head pictured for Molly?
She's probably got boobs at Betty's eye height.
So
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 Betty.
not hugely tall.
No. Because Betty's what? How tall are Boreans? Like they're sort of dwarf height, right?
yeah, like
Yeah.
3 to 4 feet.
So,
So she's
I
like
think
5
I
feet.
think 4 feet. I think 4 feet in general.
so 5.5 feet. You know.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So I got her up eye height, and I get uncomfortably close. This is a traditional Drazakian interrogation technique, and I just bring her really close, and some of my tentacles kind of start like wrapping around her face, and it's just like, tell me everything, and there's some spittle kind of flies out of my mouth, and it's just like little gross blue chunks of spit just kind of sitting on her face.
She's just
We think you might need to, loosen the grip a bit because she can't talk like that.
Vic
Why?
slides herself under her feet.
Because she can't talk or breathe or do that. Right, put her down now. Come
Are
on.
you being a stepladder right now?
Yeah, I just let go.
Great, she's standing at me.
she just tumbles all over thick, like falls to the ground in this awkward heap.
I'll help her out. Right there, my lover.
That's how you interrogate, little doctor.
So, give yourself 5 style points there, Vok 2.
Thank you. Does anything pop up when that happens?
Oh yeah, you get like a style points. It's a very much like it's almost like a Devil May Cry kind of thing.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna go over to the closest car. I'm gonna try and tip it over.
Okay, Give me a strength check plus. Do you have athletics or lifting or throwing?
No. The
Okay.
closest thing I'd have would be brawling.
No.
Yeah.
Just a pure
Do you have
strength
the
check.
skill Street Fighter 2 bonus stage?
Unfortunately, oh shit! I just pressed a button. I don't know what just happened. Okay, I'm back. All right. There's just a whole bunch of information popped up in Chrome, like HTML stuff.
Oh, you pressed
13.
F11.
Okay.
Yeah.
Try and lift the car.
Oh, F12.
It must be bolted down. I just kind of stand up and kind of just dust off some
Right, you
muck
can't
off my
just
It's
shoulder.
still
fuck
raining.
cars.
It's pouring cyberpunk rain outside.
Is it
This
slightly
is
greasy?
why I'm the muscle.
Right, are you all right there, my love? Right, go on, stand up, take a breath. You all right there? So you probably
What
better
are you
tell us
doing?
Well, we were trying to do good cop, bad cop, and he just was doing insane cop. I think.
I am no cop.
You want to know? It's a metaphor.
Please. Voc 2, was it?
Yes.
Maybe let Dr. Icarus here be the muscle. I think that maybe this is better role for him.
Are you serious? Have you seen him?
It's my character.
He has powerful clothing on. Denotes
He has
strength.
a powerful stench wafting from his armpits, actually.
No? Listen here, you. Now, can you bend over a little bit?
No.
Right, I'm coming up there.
I mean, you could just change the altitude of the chair too.
No.
Are you trying to climb?
Yep.
Okay, the second before he gets his hands on my shoulders and tries to transfer weight, I'm gonna definitely take one step back to see if he can fall out of his chair.
Okay. Give me an agility check, Dr. Icarus.
Acrobatics too? Oh, for him.
Dr.
sorry.
Icarus.
My bad.
Can I use schematics?
No, I don't think so. That's a 6.
Average.
That's a 6 on a 2d6. Dr. Icarus, you like get one hand on Voc2's chest trying to grab the garb that he's wearing, and he takes a step back and you just kind of lean forward and just tumble out of the chair.
That was an excellent impression, by the way.
Help!
The muscle. And
Anyone?
I'm gonna grab him by the wife beater.
Dr.
just-
Icarus, this is not how you earn style points. It would be much better if you actually contributed to the entire scene and perhaps acted your part.
I wasn't expecting him to move.
Why would I want you to touch me? You are disgusting.
Can you put me down, please?
Did you receive anything else that might help you be
I'll
the
touch you
muscle?
if you want.
Like,
What is wrong with you?
like Thick and I both received items that help us be our characters. Perhaps maybe you received something else. Did you look to see?
Who?
Dr. Icarus.
Just right over there. Just down a bit, big fella.
Yeah, I'll just plop him back into his floaty chair.
I'm gonna check my pockets.
Okay.
That's just a finger.
Sure. So, you start like rifling through your pockets and things, and you take out. You basically take out this like this weird-looking device. It looks like something that kind of straps onto your wrist. It's basically like it looks like a leather cuff bracelet kind of thing.
You're gonna find this really interesting.
And it's got kind of studs on it, but it's got this like weird looking I think this kind of like the scope on like a sniper rifle or something like that, but sort of much more miniaturized. I'd say maybe like 2 inches long or something. It protrudes down on the underside of your on your arm, so from the wrist in a little bit, maybe like 2 inches.
What is this?
I'm just gonna put it on.
Okay, slap on the cuff with these studs on it, and you snap it on, and you can see like a little. There's like a button on there that you can push. Beep. Out from the little, I guess like the little attachment, you hear this like, and plunging forth from the wrist comes this monofilament whip that like just kind of like crackles on the ground. You're like, it slices through like part of the parking lot asphalt. Well, that seems like a bad thing for you to have.
Wait a minute, science stuff.
Don't turn your wrist that way. You will slice your hand off.
I go towards the car, and I'm going to try and just whip the car.
Sure. Give me either a strength or agility check.
Oh my god.
You aim for the car.
Oh, please.
You aim for the car and completely miss the car. The whole car you miss. You fling the whip, and it's like a whip, right? So you have no idea how to move your hand to kind of make this happen in a direction that you want to strike something. So what ends up happening is the whip goes a bit awry and just slices through, let's see, what would be next to a car? I would say probably...
Parking meter?
Yeah, there's probably in a cyberpunk parking lot. I'm going to say that there is like...
Homeless people.
Light pole?
Yeah, there's a light pole sounds right. There's probably just a light pole. Just like you just hear this like zrack. Nothing happens for a second. And then you hear the sound of grating metal. And the light goes out and just starts to collapse.
What direction is it falling in? Away from us?
The light falls away from you, crushing, let's say, 4 cars that are lined up in the other direction. Just metal and glass debris.
Question:
Right, well, that seems horribly dangerous.
Is the obligatory cyberpunk ramen shop okay still?
Oh yeah. No, you're good on the ramen shop.
Blade Runner.
I just turn back to everyone.
Aha! Science!
Maybe Dr. Icarus, maybe I should hold on to that.
Nope. Mine now.
We actually agree for once, I think.
Can you at least retract the whip? This sounds like maybe something you should not be having out all the time.
Maybe.
It's you're digging a furrow into the asphalt right now.
Oh,
No,
right, okay.
no, please.
Some sort of gesture, I think, Ilya.
I
Just
take
push
a
the
few
button.
steps back.
Push the
I do
button.
believe you push the button.
Push.
Oh, yes.
Push the button.
The thing is like now like all the way to
do the tape measure thing where it like flips wildly as it goes. by.
I think
slice
it
through metal.
I think it turns off and then like retracts.
Around me, there's like waste paper bins just chopped completely in half.
Oh yeah.
Singed till it's like orange from like the molten metal.
Yeah.
It almost heats it to some sort of plasma.
Right.
Marvelous.
So it's kind of I don't know, laser whip sort of thing.
Oh, don't be foolish. It's
What?
an ion whip, obviously.
You don't think anything being ionized, do you?
Well, obviously the air particles have gone from a gas and then into some sort of plasma.
He does sound like a doctor.
Right. We just say it's probably lasers, superheated lasers.
Right. Perhaps we should interrogate Molly further, Doctor.
Ah, yes. Now, you. There. Beep. Oops.
If you chop her in half, we will not be happy, all right?
Push the button again.
Right. Now, young lady.
So Ilya just kind of leans in close to Molly and he says, Now, you can obviously see that he has no idea what he is doing. There is a strong chance that we will all die if he decides to use this whip again. Think about this very carefully before you decide not to talk. I'm just saying. And she just kind of like looks at Dr. Icarus, looks at Ilya, looks at Vaktu, and she says, "What do you want to know?"
Well, we don't start from the beginning. Just tell us everything.
And she says, "Who's beginning?"
Well, yours?
My mother, my sister, and myself were sold into slavery to pay off a debt. My father is actually my stepfather. And my real father had a bit of a gambling problem. He sold us to a cartel. They harvested organs and grew them inside of us, performing many surgeries over the years. There was an opportunity that Durvat saw, along with a few other members of the slave pits, and they took it. In the process, a lot of us died, including my mother. But Dravat made it out with us. He lost an arm, and we kept in contact very briefly over the course of the years. I've only seen him twice since then. It was about 10 years ago. When we saw him, the last time I saw him was about a year ago. He seemed off. He seemed panicked. He was worried. I think the cartel found him again. And if they did, they might be trying to silence all of us.
So, we have a question.
She looks at you.
Exactly what kind of extra organs did they grow in you?
In me?
Yeah.
An extra kidney.
Oh.
Pancreas.
Boring. Never mind then.
You can see like she takes a second to answer, probably because whatever translation software that's running, that because like they don't have the equivalent organs, like they're probably function way differently, and they have to like translate this complex, explanation so that she actually understands what's happening. But she says, and she kind of looks at you oddly, "What were you hoping for?"
Oh, never mind. It's not important. The fun stuff, though.
Betty, perhaps this is not the best time to be you.
Right. Okay.
What are you here for anyway, Betty? What did you do?
Romance.
Have things seemed particularly romantic to you?
Well, no, but there's always a bit of running around before the rumpy pumpy, right?
Rumpy what?
This is basically foreplay.
Foreplay?
Yeah.
Hang on a minute. No, this is definitely not foreplay.
Why?
Well, it says it's some sort of social interaction before the act of copulation.
Right. What are we doing right now? We're having a social
Well, we're
interaction.
certainly not copulating, Betty.
Well, no, I know we're not. That's why it's foreplay and not afterplay.
Oh, whip's optional. Maybe it is.
Right. No. Put it away. No, nobody's impressed. Put it away.
I mean, it's quite impressive. The technology could fit.
You can put
infinitely
somebody's
twice
eye
as
out with
much
that thing.
heat. It's like an electric storm, but controllable. It's marvelous.
Right, but you could have put somebody's eye out, so put it away, all right?
I think that's kind of the point, Betty.
Right.
Which I'm not entirely sure why this would help copulation, actually.
So
Well, some people like a bit of danger.
So what I'm understanding here, Molly, is that this cartel. What is their name? What did you? Who are they? They're just known as the cartel. We don't know much information about them. I don't really know how we can help you, honestly. This all seems very coincidental. What was your sister doing at this place? I don't know.
Ilya, may I ask you a question away from our subject, please?
Excuse me for one moment. I must converse with my partner here. And he sort of walks off.
Rustling of paper and stuff. Ilya, I do remember the rock subject that we crushed with Icar mentioning something about holding Molly's mother hostage. Did you hear that information before the wreck?
I did, but Molly said that her mother died.
This seems like conflicting information due to my reports.
It does. I wonder who is lying.
Well, we can't ask the rock now, can we?
That is a good point. I think maybe they won't be able to put it back together. We have a story where I come from. A strange egg tried to put back together. Dumpty Humpty, I
Dick
think
started
his
to roll
name.
away.
What are you trying to put back together, Ilya?
I was trying
what
to-
you need if you want to put something back together is gaffer tape.
I was trying to tell Thick of old folk story from the Terran homeworld. Dumpty Humpty.
Thick is now seen putting this rock guy back together as a puzzle, so she's over there like trying to muster it together.
No, they took the rock away. The gang members just kind of
that's right. That's
they
right.
dustbinned him, back to the. Yeah.
We think I've got some glue somewhere.
My partner Molly has mentioned something that is a bit of interest. This person that you were supposed to meet, the one that Dr. Icarus crushed with the vehicle. Yes. They said that they were holding your mother hostage, yet you told us that your mother died. Something does not seem right here. Who is telling the lie? That's the problem. I don't know. I was coming
Well,
here
it's
to find
either the
out.
dead bloke or you.
How do you not know if you're lying?
This, and she kind of like motions towards this everything. She just kind of does an all-encompassing gesture. Place lends itself to some strange occurrences. I'm not sure if my mother is alive or not. I was coming here to find out. We thought she was dead.
Right, wait, Molly thought... Your character thought she was dead, or you, not in the character, thought she was dead?
She kind of rolls her eyes And she says, I am Molly.
Look, this is silly. Are you actually looking for your mother?
I, as Molly, am looking for my mother.
So no, then, you're not, right? This doesn't help us.
How do I get out of here?
Wait, if they have your well, we just need to find them. Where are the rest of his cronies that I didn't run over with the car?
They left. They had basically told us that they were going to take... I don't remember his name. What was it? I can't remember. I honestly can't.
Let's call him Crumbles.
That seems very racist, Dr. Icarus.
Oh, it's nothing to do with his race.
Right, it's quite descriptive, really, I thought.
Yes.
Let's call him Gravel Path.
That's
We
definitely
just
racist.
call him the Rock and be done with it.
Zen Garden.
The Rock, right, yes. Now, where did they take Dwayne?
Who is Dwayne?
The person I ran over with the car.
The
His
gang
name is
members.
Dwayne. He just said we're calling him Dwayne.
The gang
Who's
members. The gang members took the remainders of their leader there back to wherever they came from. I didn't see where they went.
And you just let them go?
Well, we had spoken that they would be communicating with us if they found any more information, but they seem to be as willing to cooperate as they did. They didn't have any of the information that we needed.
Well, the information we need is where they've gone. How are they supposed to be contacting you?
It's like difficult for me to meta, but I 100% agree with you. It's just this is the way the Zagatakas played the character, so I'm like... Ilya says, perhaps we should go after them. I don't know what our best move here is.
Oh, do you think that? Do you?
When I hear don't know what the best move is, I'm going to head over to the front of the store and see if I can find any tracks or anything along those lines to see where the gang members had went to.
Okay. Go ahead and give
While
me...
he's doing that, I'm just arguing with Ilya about how stupid he is.
Yeah, and Ilya keeps like bringing up. He's like pointing. You just see this conversation from the outside, like as the camera follows Vok too. You see this conversation. Ilya's pointing to like the trash can. There's like stuff cleaved in half. He's pointing to the cars that have the light posts crashed on them, and he's making like weird swinging gestures with his hands. Vok 2, please give me, I think this is going to be intuition plus tracking. Yes, that'll work.
Let's see if this button works. Should be a 5d6. Yep, 17.
Okay. So basically what you're able to determine is the in the rain is not a lot. The vehicle, you remember where the vehicle was, and looking out, trying to figure out which way it went. You're in a city that's pretty crowded. Honestly, it's kind of almost like a grid, so it could have went 3 different directions. Activating your like heat sensors, with the rain on, it's kind of basically not helpful. It's fucking with your tracking abilities. I'm gonna say that you have like a faint indication of where it went. Like you can probably break down one of the 3 different directions where it could have gone. I'm gonna say that it probably headed to the northeast.
As I keep looking at the tracks, like I'm kneeling down and I go over to where the car is, and I'm noticing the cars they have rubber tires, right? It's like old school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The cars look
kind of
different,
out,
but their general makeup
Okay.
is kind of the same.
Yeah, I just point out the tracks. It's faint, but The car went that way. And I just point off in the northeast direction.
You're the one that chose to be the brains.
I am not the brains. I am the lead detective. You are the one that should be the muscle. Yet you couldn't even slap this woman into trying to get the confession. It was very pathetic.
I murdered a man made of rock. What have you done with your brain?
What I have done with my brain is get us to this point in the first place. We wouldn't have gotten here if it was you. If it was you, you would probably be saying science and trying to analyze every little fiber of clothing on the person that was dead.
I get out my data pad and I systematically go through all the notes that I've written through this, but I haven't been able to act on because I'm the muscle uncle.
And here, yes, you didn't even check the...
And I'm just going through all this list and I'm scrolling and I'm scrolling and I'm scrolling.
This is all unnecessary information. This does nothing to help us. You're just analyzing so many useless things. I don't even understand how you got this time. For me, it seems very pointless, and the fact that you are to be playing the muscle indicates exactly how much you have veered from the path you were supposed to take in this action, Dr. Icarus.
I have an electro whip attached to my arm.
Congratulations. I am the one that pointed it out. You didn't even try to look. The first thing that myself and Thick did was look around to see what kind of things we had available to us to help us with our jobs.
Look, Sunshine, I'm the muscle. Everything I need is right here.
I
Somewhere.
look and focus. Does there seem to be like a negative
Ow, I
dip?
poked my actual bone.
I mean, if you've ever seen Brad flex... Sorry, Brad. I love you.
No, it's worse than that. When like there's nothing, it's just like skin on the bone. It's not
Yeah,
like Brad has actual muscle that moves his arms. I don't even have.
I don't know. I think Brad's just made of, I don't know, skin. Skin and more skin underneath holding the skin together. he's just skin all the way down.
Brad is made of hate and lies.
Yes, Brad is purely hate and lies.
Oh, he's lovely.
That's why it's funny.
I know.
Brad
He
had
once punched a baby.
Brad had a great quote. Brad had a great quote on his last stream, which was, "Nobody hates me more than I hate myself."
Oh, oh. That's why I'm always nice to Brad,
Yeah.
except when I'm not.
Yeah. So. Yeah. I mean, it's not that impressive, Octu. It's.
So it's more like a instinctual sort of feeling I get. Like I feel like it's in this direction, even though there's no real solid evidence.
Oh, I'm
I guess
sorry.
it's
I
sort
thought you were analyzing Dr. Icarus's.
Oh,
muscle.
okay, yeah. Okay, I got you. All right. I see no muscle.
See, even the person that is not really familiar with our species is finding it difficult to believe that you are the muscle.
That's who are you? Why are you here with us? Can you be
That's a-
helpful?
Great question. I'm trying to leave here, and you are police, I think. How do I get out of here?
So, Betty, Molly kind of like bends down towards you and says, "Can you get me out of here?"
Well, I could, but these are friends of mine. I'm not sure if I should fuck over, you know?
They don't really seem like friends.
Well, you know, crewmates, acquaintances. Barely know them at all. Come on, let's go.
So she says, "Can you get me out of these cuffs?"
Right, I think I've got some. Right, possibly. Can I? I wouldn't have bolt cutters on me, would
So I think that you, they use. Oh no. So
We had.
I thought
handcuffs.
Betty used
right?
her cuffs that she had.
Oh shit! No, we did. Yeah, we used my cuff. So I expect it's just like right here we go. Nice well-oiled mechanism, if you know what I mean.
Betty clicks more than a cricket.
Clicks more than my character does.
so she says, maybe we can
That was
use.
me miming a key opening noise. Okay.
So she says, maybe we can use these later.
Oh yes.
Did
Right.
I hear that? Oh, yes.
I think they're trying to be kind of quiet, and you're not
Oh, and
necessarily
I'm a ways
nearby.
away for
Yeah.
the tracks too, so
Yeah.
yeah, I wouldn't hear that. Yeah, my bad.
I was gonna say, is Thick close enough to notice, or because she doesn't really? move
Give me a
before.
perception check, Thick.
Cute.
No.
Probably not.
Right, so I was like, oh, let's go this way.
Thick's still pasting bags on herself.
Da, 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 da.
Yeah, the Pink Panther music starts. Oh wow,
Did it-
Molly rolled very well. Okay, so yeah, nobody notices as Molly and Betty peace out from the scene. So yeah, Molly probably tries to lead you away from the parking lot there, towards I would say probably like the other side of the building, maybe to some other parking lot that's nearby. She's gonna try and find some kind of vehicle or something for you guys to swipe, and she says, "We need wheels." She says, "I've got to try and talk to my sister. Find out why she was there." You're muted.
I knew that. Yeah. Think she's betraying you?
I don't know what to think. Komako has always been a bit
Mental?
independent.
Mental? She looks freaking mental to me.
The slave pits had an effect on her.
So she's mental then.
I think that's a bit of a stretch. And she goes, here we go. She I think she just somebody just left their car door open and just opens up a door. People are fucking known to do that shit. It's just there's a lot of thieves that just go around and just check to see if the door is open. That's the easiest way they
Does it
can
belong
steal
to
it.
a little old
Does it-
lady? Does it smell of boiled sweets inside?
I'm sorry, what were you saying, Thick?
Oh, I was just saying it's a simulator, and like the players, it doesn't matter to them. They just leave their shit unlocked.
Yeah.
It's fine.
But she's just checking doors, and she opens one up, and she goes, here we go.
Oh, lovely. Right. You might want to drive.
She says, yeah, I have to figure out what hospital they took her to.
Right. What's the closest one?
And she says, Saint City General.
That's a weird name for a hospital. All right.
She says, I didn't name it.
I know. I was just commenting.
So yeah, I mean the spectacle doesn't understand like saint and like all that stuff. It's just for some reason.
All hail Sun City. Yes.
They probably have no concept of religion or anything about it. She hotwires the car. She has her little cybernetic finger that she activates and gets the car running.
He's really interested in the cybernetic finger.
And you guys leave. And the rest of you don't seem to notice as Betty and Molly take off.
There's a sense of relief in the air, but nobody can quite work out why. And relax.
Okay. So, the conversation between Ilya and Dr. Icarus seems to be garnering all the attention enough for Betty and Molly to kind of slip away. So, Ilya says, I think we've had enough, okay? You just try to do your best to be the muscle, and I will try to do my best to be the lead detective. Now.
Yes, and good luck with that. Now. Right, Buck. What are you bringing to the table here? You want to get out? Yes?
Well, yes, but
Well, we need to solve the crime.
why?
Because that's how this thing works. It's not like a puzzle. You do a puzzle as a child.
Puzzles are beneath me.
From what Molly said, it appears that there is some more fighting or something to be happening with this Battle Royale program that you entered into. Maybe
Well, how
you need
do
to...
I know who I need to kill?
I don't know. I mean, it told us the general idea of our participation in this event when we first entered. Maybe it said this on your screen too?
I scrolled past all the fine text.
Well, that was a bit of a mistake, wasn't it?
Words. What? They have no meaning.
Perhaps you have been met up with us as Betty was, and your part of the puzzle is also along the same path as ours.
This does feel like a shared simulation event. Maybe all of our characters' paths intertwine, and potentially the gang members that we are going to try to find will be your people to beat in Battle Royale.
This is a good point, plucky assistant.
I'm gonna when Thick says that, I'm gonna think, do I remember any of the gang members in that area? Were they sharing any similar insignia or adornments that of the gang members when I was fighting Oonts?
No, they did not.
Okay.
Ilya pipes up and says, well, this was one location that we were able to check when we were first investigating the gang. These Crown Boys. We were looking for hardware. Maybe we can head to one of the other locations in the hopes that we can continue to find them. Perhaps learn more.
Well, I feel as if the only way I'll get out of here is if you show me how, so I will help you.
Very well. And perhaps, if you are interested, if we all get out of this place and we meet with this Purilp, then once we commence with first contact, perhaps we can have a conversation, and you may want to meet with some of our people back on the Arcadia.
What is the Arcadia?
It is our ship. It is our colony ship.
It's a hive with the strongest warriors to prove who's the strongest.
Then why are you alive?
And
still?
I wink at Ilya.
'Cause I'm a strong warrior.
Then I do not wish to join the Arcadia if you are considered a strong warrior.
Ah, yes, scared, are you?
Scared?
He is
Yes,
not
you couldn't fight me, of course.
He is not considered a strong warrior in the traditional sense. You see, he is a scientist. He is one,
Science?
right? He is one who analyzes things and gives information to our strong warriors.
Like the Vrozik.
Betty, as well, is a part of our crew on the Arcadia.
Yes, Betty, tell him.
Perhaps it is not a good idea to mention Betty. I think maybe plucky assistant.
Betty!
He is so interested in Betty.
Where is Betty?
Where is Betty?
Where is Molly? Wait a minute. Where did he go? Betty! Betty!
Betty!
Dr. Icarus, call up Betty.
Betty!
No, on your data pad.
Oh, yes, of course.
69.
And as the call goes out, that's where we'll take our first break. We'll be right back, everybody. Stay tuned for some more Warped Season 2, Episode number 23. Back in just a few minutes. Hang tight for more of the same. Right back.